Dee Money, we are back with another Brotherhood Edition, my friend. Today, we're going to talk about Ejiro Evero, and I gotta be honest, I had a bad take to begin the season. I felt like with the historically bad defense the Carolina Panthers had last year, Dee Money, I thought that Evero would get fired somewhere around 6 weeks into this season. I know other fans thought maybe even less, maybe even 4 games into this season. And after that rocky start, starting off 0-2, it seemed like that was going to come true. But that's not what happened with Evero this year. Why don't you let the fans know how you view it and what you think Evero has done with this defense this season?
Thank you, my brother from another mother. And hey, man, you should feel no type of way about having a take that didn't go right, especially when the take that didn't go right was in the benefit of the Carolina Panthers in the first place. And I know there's a lot of people who wanted them gone. There was a lot of people that expected them gone. Heck, there are still people that want them gone.
Yeah.
There's no comment to that really for me because all I'm looking at is, and it'll be hard for me to criticize a guy like a Vero at this present moment when we went from being a historically bad defense, got the stats to prove it. It's not an opinion based situation. The stats laid it on the line. And I understand that we brought in some different guys defensively, but nobody had on their bingo card the turnaround defensively, or at least as quickly defensively as we did. And we probably got through those first 2 to 3 weeks. And people were probably strongly on the Ajero's out of here agenda. I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah.
Um, my mind can't really levitate that far back now on that end of it because I just been on a high about this team for a little bit now. But the one thing I can say about a barrel, it has not been a pretty state. It has been an uncomfortable state for him. The
Yeah.
fan base has disrespected him in so many measures. And even for me, honestly, I can stand here today and apologize to Evero because I wasn't the most respectful to Evero, which he probably would expect when you garner the worst defense in NFL history.
That's fair.
A lot of people was mad about the money that he was making. But I'm gonna tell you now, 10 years away from a playoffs, we're one game away, and we can contribute truly and wholeheartedly that one of the main reasons that we're that game away is this defense.
Yeah.
Ah man, I have nothing but praise on the day for Evero. I mean, there's certain things that are not desirable by people that come to Evero, certain scheme, how he sets up and stuff. But he has those guys playing. You got a
Yeah.
rookie like Nick Scorton, who is just so speed, strength, explosion. Derek Brown and them. How the secondary runs. Like we used to wonder why J.C. Horn didn't travel, and Evero said that was to make the other corner better. And look at Mike Jackson,
Yeah.
that is in some people's eyes really playing consistently better ball than J.C. Horn. If we're really being truthful about it. And that's no knock on JC,
Mm.
because JC, our Pro Bowler,
Right.
has been remarkable throughout the season. He's had a couple of bad days. Who doesn't? But a railroad to be able to have this defense go from the worst to, let's say at best, middle of the pack. He's somewhere middle of the package, about 19, 18, 17
Yeah.
in those different areas. That it's actually astounding to me that he doesn't get more praise, I guess I would say, when it comes because no, most offenses, defenses don't make that type of leaps. Even if they weren't at the bottom of their statistical categories, they usually inch up a little bit. 2 spots,
Yeah.
3 spots, 4 spots. They might have a flash here where there's a 2 to 3 week window where they play outside of themselves, but then they usually normalize and go back to who they are.
Yeah.
What we learned was when everybody was saying that we are who they thought they were, who we thought they were, that was an absolute lie. It was the biggest lie that they could have told because there was nobody that had on their bingo card that this defense could even get close to the middle of the pack.
Right.
They were saying we couldn't get to the quarterback. I know that the number of sacks we have is not the highest number within the league, but it's got to blow out what we did last year as the worst defense in the NFL. When we look at, we got takeaways. That was something that we were thriving for the last couple of seasons. Can we take the ball away, please? Can we get people off the field 3 and out? Can we fight? Can we be in the fourth quarter and still hold teams to field goals instead of touchdowns? And if
Right.
you really look at us this year as a defense, unless we were in some foreseen position where we had our back against the wall because of, maybe a turnover or something of that nature, a special teams play that gave the offense just premium yardage, our defense has really held. Has there been games that we kind of gave on the run a little bit? I don't want to say we broke on the run, but I would like to say that we did bend a little bit, and
Yeah.
when it mattered most, we really clamped down in the situations.
We have.
We saw the emergence of Shaw Smith Wade. We saw Lathan Ransom have one play that I'll never say lost us the game, but it didn't do us any favors to
No.
come back the next week and make a play to win us a game. And
Right.
then you have Derek Brown, who came off of injury. And even though us as Panthers, who are really diehard Panthers, expected great things from Derek Brown, we couldn't know that that was going to be the case this year. We have to go year by year and with the injuries or whatever. And Princely, I tell you, I think we would have more sacks if that young man wouldn't have hurt his ribs earlier in the year.
Yeah,
And
too long.
I can't sit here when players are doing bad and so forth, and it just don't look like they're prepared. And sit there and go at the DC and talk about we want him out of town and he's overpaid and there's a lack of talent and all of that nature. When these guys come back, and when they came back, retooled a little fresher, understood what he was trying to do a little bit better, and we became a defense that really, I don't think any quarterback has had their average game or better against us this year. They might have did enough for a stat line to a degree, but it wasn't what their moniker was this year. And I'm proud of this defense. I'm proud of Evero because one thing that I have to say about it is everybody wanted him to change this. Everybody
Right.
wanted him to change that. And he said no. As these guys come in, you will see what it can do. And each year, we saw a little more talent come into the building on the defensive side of the ball. And then we had the draft and the free agents we brought in this year. It was the writing was on the wall that either this guy knows what he's doing or we gonna be running him out with a pitchfork and fire and everything else. And what he showed me was is his system can be successful. Now, will Evero be here next year? I don't know. Hard to say. Would I be totally against it? Absolutely not. I,
Right.
I really do believe that Avero's kind of striking me. If you keep the talent, he can make it cook. And I just want to say shout out to this defense because they personify humble beginnings and brotherhood. And if you ain't with us now, you ain't welcome to the parade. Gee, damn.
These worlds of glory, this pain you'll carry no more. And write your triumph story from humble beginnings to humble glory. The brotherhood stands for pillars tall. We rise together or we don't.